Lift. The author is Min Lei. The illustrator is Dan Santat. Both author and illustrator are from California and live with their families there. A girl, an elevator, and a magic button. One elevator says out of service, and the other one is where the family is waiting for the elevator. And do you see lift on the floor? The title of the book is Lift. Monday. Hi, my name is Iris. When I'm feeling a bit down, there's one thing that always cheers me up. Pushing elevator buttons. Luckily, that's my job. Up or down, our floor or the lobby. Tuesday, Wednesday, I always get to push the button. Thursday, until one day. Do you see who's pushing the button? It looks like her little brother. Betrayal. Oh dear. She is upset because she lost the privilege of pushing the button and her little brother did it instead. So the family is walking away and she's coming up from behind. You can see she's pouting. She's probably stomping her feet too. She's not happy. Friday. Ding! Ding! Betrayed again! Enough is enough. I know it's wrong, but I can't help myself. I push all the buttons. Iris! Ding! Ding! Tap, 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 tap. Ding! Of course, when you push all the buttons on the elevator, every single floor, you get to stop at each one. And as the family walks away, here comes a repair person, and he's going over to the elevator that says out of service. Looks like he's going to repair it. He throws something in the wastebasket, and she notices it. So meanwhile, the repair person is playing with her little brother, and so she looks inside the basket, looking for what he threw away. Wonder what it is. It's the button that you use to push the elevator. He threw it away, so she grabs it. Mom says, Iris! Iris comes running. She looks a little happier now, doesn't she? She's going to catch up with the family. When we get back home, I just want to be alone. So she puts her backpack away, makes sure the door is shut, and then she takes out of her pocket that button from the elevator and tapes it to the wall. I wish I could be anywhere but here. She presses the button. Nothing happens, walks away, and then she hears ding, and it looks like a light came on. And she walks through. Wow, look at this beautiful forest that she's walking into. Where is she? She sees a tiger. Oh, she looks a little surprised maybe frightened. You can see the lines around her face. She turns her head and she sees that there's the ding-dong sound coming from her room. So she goes back in and she hears ding-dong. And then she closes the door. Roar! Click! The door is shut. She's safe. So, looks like someone is coming to the door. Maybe a babysitter. And as she pops around the side, Iris pops around the side, look at, she's got some leaves growing out of her head or coming out of her head. She must have gotten that from the forest when she was in there. So she pushes that out of the way. Her parents say, "We'll be back soon, sweeties. Love you." And there we are. And so now she thinks it's her chance to get away from the babysitter and her little brother. Hang on! First dinner, and then I brought games. And she brought a game called Out of This World. Oh my goodness, her little brother is having a great time making a mess in his high chair. She doesn't look terribly happy, does she, eating her food? And now they're playing a game, and again, her little brother is making a mess of it. Again, she doesn't look terribly happy. Oh, time to brush your teeth. And time to go to bed. Night, night. And then he gives her his tiger, and she has to kiss it for him. All right, finally the babysitter is ready to leave. Click. Shuts the door, shuts the light off. And she looks up. Finally, she goes over to the bell, the button, and presses it. Ding! Oh my goodness, everything's all a jumble. What is happening? She's off of her feet. Everything's flying around. Oh, gasp! It looks like the space station out in outer space. She's in outer space inside. She sees an astronaut. She is floating around with the astronauts. Do you think that's her floating around in outer space? Is she dreaming? Or is this really happening? Wah! She hears a sound. Wah! She goes back inside. She takes off her helmet and she still hears the sound. Wah! What is it? Wah! Wah! Well, she's back in her room and her feet are on the floor. And what does she look at? She goes out and she sees her little brother. I bet he's the one that's been crying. Wah! I know exactly what you want. And she takes the book called Summit, and she's going to read it with him. So do you know what a summit is? It's the top of the mountain. So it's about a mountain, apparently, that story that she's going to read to him. Saturday. Yawn. Getting up. In the morning, I wake up excited for my next visit. But then something holds me back. She looks out the door. Up! She takes her brother with her. They go over to the door. Do you think they're going to press the button? After all, everyone can use a lift sometimes. Ding! And the cat, what is he seeing? A lot of lights. Oh, they went out the door. Guess where they ended up? At the summit, the mountain, the book that they were reading just the other night. For my sisters Tian and Vi, thank you for a lifetime of lifting one another up. Imagination will often carry us to worlds that never were, but without it, we go nowhere, like Carl Sagan.